Shalom, shalom. It's the beginning of, well, Shabbat starts tonight, so, early Shabbat shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises unto our Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shad, Bahasham, Rukat, Kodash. We want to give double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. All right, we are the sons of Yasha Allah, which is Israel and the Lashuan HaKodash, that holy tongue. All right, out here in Colorado Springs. Okay, here to preach the word in truth and sincerity. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all the real children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Okay, and we out here prophesying the downfall of this queendom, Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Bible, which will be destroyed by nuclear fire. All right. I did, a quick video before camp, and I kind of titled it for this camp because it's, it seems to be the spirit in all Israel right now, whether it's dealing with, relationships with family members, women, acquaintances in the world, all right, jobs, but we need to brace for impact, all right? That impact, all right, is Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shad turning things up, because this is the year through the spirit that the elders brought out of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shad turning up all the way until Jacob's trouble come, man. Because, we speak as a man, but in the spirit, we really see all hell breaking loose, shit hitting the fan this year, man. Because when you looking at the stock market, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the crypto markets, the trucker strikes, supply chain collapse, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, natural disaster phenomena. We could go on and on. This is popping like a pop-up book. Remember when you was a kid, had the book open up, popped up, it's in your face, right?
You got precursors to the MOTB, the Babylonian movement, still rolling along.
I like that right there. Hell yeah. These Babylonians.
Right.
You feel me? Confusion taking that serpent's bite, venom,
right. So just the Western world, the Western civilization for the most part is just all around mess right now.
Let's get into some scripts. What I was going to say though, because a lot of people see, just like the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, like women in travail. All right, it's very peaceful right now. It was a good day yesterday. You see what I'm saying? The weather is not too bad today. The snow is pretty much all dried up. People think it's still safe to, go here and go there, vacations, clubbing, so on and so forth. All right, but not knowing, or should I say, have that spiritual eye salve, all right, in order to see what's coming up next. All right, like in Quebec province in Canada, just like you were saying, this is why brought it up. The precursors, to the MOTB, you need your QR code to buy food in Walmart, man. All right, and Walmart is the main vehicle for Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, to get their victuals, man. All right, you shut that out because the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American are the ones that's not taking You know, the Yad, according to, you know, Esau statistics on lying ass mainstream media. You know? But any scripts, I could definitely flow in the spirit, bring up a quick little script.
I just wanted to start with I'll read it from Joel 2:27, bro. Just kind of going into, because just to kick it off. Last week, and we had kind of like a scoffing ass, drunken Edomite kind of scoffing at us. You know what I'm saying? We was the children of Israel, and how there was no, universal salvation.
So Joel 2 and what?
2:27.
2:27. This is the book of Joel. Yahweh Allah, chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel,
Right.
and that I am that I am the Lord Yahweh, your God, your power, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed.
All those are like personal pronouns and subjects. We learned about this in English, right? So he's literally saying that, the children of Israel are his, man, right? And that he's our power.
Exactly.
That he's not a power that's just unto the Moabites, or unto the Edomite, or unto, Ishmaelites. He's not involved. He's not looking after none of those people. This is when we say these things, salvation is only for Israel. It's not there is no universal salvation is quote unquote foreign to, I shouldn't say quote unquote. It is foreign to the scriptures. There is no universal, everybody gets saved, all about rapture, people going to heaven.
I got a precept for that.
Hey, Shalom, man.
Shalom. To the Akim tuning in. This is Ruth chapter 1 verse 16. And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God, my God.
Go ahead, brother. Break it down.
So I mean, the basically, like you said, the Israel power is Yahweh, no other nation.
No. That's right.
You
got another one, brother? Go
ahead. In Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
So that's why the nations really get away with like infinite sin. Because you're not being judged for your punishments, man, or for your what would you call offenses against the Lord. All right, you get away with wickedness. When the children of Israel go off, man, they lock us away in prison houses, or you're all drugged up and you die, or you're all fucked up, or whatever it may be, man. Whatever your ailment is, man. Because all of Israel is afflicted by Babylon at the end of the day, and the Most High be striking his, he whips his sons, man. All right, he afflicts the children of Israel. This brother, the brother behind the camera, going through mad affliction. You know what I'm saying? This brother going through mad affliction at the crib. I got afflictions of my own. The brother Yadazaki ain't with us today. He's going through an affliction. You know what I'm saying? So it's an endless thing. But even with that being said, the Most High is not dealing with these other nations, man. So there is no salvation for them. All right, we going through this. Basically all these hard times is being, not completely molded in the fire, but we get in there.
Yeah. This is Salah.
No, go ahead, bro.
This is another precept. The book of Amos, Mawas, chapter 3,
verse 7.
Verse 7.
That's the spirit.
Surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
So when we come out and say, oh, Most High's dealing with us, or man, the reason we know the nations, or of course the elders, but these secrets, man, have been revealed to the followers of the true doctrine, man.
That's why no other nation not gonna get it. They might know, certain these things, especially the ones that went to them theological cemeteries, as Elder Apostle Tahar like to call them.
Right.
There's nothing but dead people in there. You feel me, spiritually speaking.
Right.
Because, they able to get the history part of it, but not the spiritual part of it. Because this thing that we're dealing with is spiritual, man.
Right.
All right. And it's foolish unto the carnal man, or the natural man, should I say. All right.
And if you read the scripture with just that carnal outlook, prior to knowing the knowledge that the elders revealed unto, the servants of Yahushua, man, you was gonna be you didn't get it. I read the scripture before I knew the truth, and I didn't get it. I ain't gonna lie about that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a Catholic household, and I was like, man, the stories was popping. I always had an interest, but I didn't get it the way that once I came to the truth was like, damn, I got one too, bro.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 32:7, and it reads, "Thou art my hiding place." All right. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Selah. All right. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Speaking on how Yahweh and Yahushua guides his followers, man, his believers, to basically where we're trying to get to, man. All right, having that Isaiah 33, that ability to have good discernment. All right, to have wisdom and stability of the tongues. All right, to see things with a circumspect spiritual eye and not be carnal in all situations.
Well, look, that's why he said, I will instruct thee and teach thee. So we got to be taught and instructed, man. And a lot of them times is going through hell. You see what I'm saying? So we are instructed and taught by men that the Most High set up, all right, in order to bring out that 100% truth, man.
Let me get it. And it reads, "Be ye not as the horse of the mule, which have no understanding, which mouth must be held with bite and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Many sorrows so be to the wicked, but he that trusts in Yahweh, mercy shall compass him about. Be glad in Yahweh, and rejoice ye righteousness, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in the heart."
Right. So like them beasts, right? They have no reasoning. They have no understanding. They don't know. You see what I'm saying? Look, a horse is stronger than us, right? They could kick you in your mouth and you be knocked the fuck out, right? You see what I'm saying? Horse is a measure. Salat. So with that being said, it's got to be a horse that had his mouth got to be held with a bridle, all right, to keep it. But you pull it this way, so he move this way, so he can lead you to where you need to go. You see what I'm saying? So instead of doing it like that, the Most High sets up with the spirit that quickens us, all right, so we can stand upon our feet, man. And we've been doing that since 1969, 1970, starting with Abba Bivens and, all the way down into the elder apostles. You see what I'm saying? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's why we have to trust in the Lord, not trust in no sticks that can't. Not be trusting in, in keeping the law perfectly. You see what I'm saying? Even though we keep it to the best of our ability, but by the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is what's going to make us to get out of here. Because we coming into some serious time. This goes back to the topic now. Grace for impact. You see what I'm saying? Because not only on that, just like how you was bringing up from last camp, basically with a demon scoffer. You feel me? There's going to be more. Doesn't the scripture say that there shall increase scoffers in the last days, man? All right? And when you scoff, it's really like a, like you feel that's what you feel me? That's what scoffing is. So you say something, they like, yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? So they don't believe because that's how the Most High set it up. All right, everything is predestined. You have no free will, man. Everything that has happened in your life was already predestined.
Right.
All right, from the beginning of creation, man.
Did the Most High not say that He had control over the plate and can make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's that putting the Most High in the box type spirit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you have another one, bro?
Yeah, in Proverbs, because understanding that we shall be taught. As you can see, we're hearing the buses come through. A bus is a mode of transportation. People drive it. This is the Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse. I'll start at verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. Where we at right now? We in them streets, man. We outside. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words. Right? So this is the chief place of concourse, man. You see what I'm saying? People coming in, going out. That's what a gate is for. They come to this stop and they go to their next destination. They get dropped off, picked up, so on and so forth. All right, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right, because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man.
Right.
All right, how you going on in life and you have no knowledge, you don't know what's about to come upon this earth, man. And we ain't talking generations from now. We talking months from now, man. At this point, Lord willing, we out of here soon. All right, so the Most High is not going to do nothing unless he revealeth his secrets by his prophets.
Right.
And what do prophets do? Right? Before, beside, all right, to say before, man. So through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through the word, through the scriptures, the history and prophecy book of the Israelites, we're saying what's about to come unto specifically here, Babylon the Great, which is America, man.
And like the brother said, it's gonna be scoffers, man.
Yeah.
The chick drives by with pink hair, cut short like a little boy, and she giggling at us.
Yeah, giggling and laughing and all that.
You know
but see, but look, we in Proverbs 1. Look at you. Look what you just said, right? I'm gonna skip down to verse 26.
God.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Exactly.
I will mock when your fear cometh. Exactly. Because especially the women, a lot of fear is coming, man. All right? Tremble ye women that are at ease, pursuant to the book of Isaiah, man.
Right.
Because it's an easy thing to be a woman right now. You all right? You get to ride the CC, right? Yeah. Eat whatever you have. Man, pay for this, pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Flaunt your body, your nakedness all over social media.
Right. Not to mention they're more important than men. They get to higher levels of what you would call the pseudoscience educational system. They get to higher levels than men. And then they be complaining. A lot of them complain, we're not CEOs and blah blah blah. But in the common world, the majority of workers are women, man. All right, the majority of households, women are the breadwinners. All right, it's actually becoming a rare thing that a male is a breadwinner in his own house, but that's some curses turning on the heathen too, man.
And the table's going to turn, man. And yo, we can't wait for that day, man.
Right.
All right. To the Most High, return us back to our original estate, man. Lord willing, we of the men of the Lord, man. All right, we of that elect, that remnant, that escape. You know what I'm saying? From the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we're at a point now, imagine not being able to know when your next meal is coming and you haven't eaten 2-3 days. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, I remember the first time I read Psalms 91. You see what I'm saying? And being able to really picture, envision, arrows with, bullets or missiles flying through the sky.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Pestilence around, basically like some zombie shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? People with diseases, people dropping dead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and they really been You know, they've been doing that. What do you call it when they show you to you like in mass? They put it in all the movies. Mm-hmm. All the movies are survival zombie flicks. You know what I'm saying? Or some catastrophic World War III, end of days type of situational. All the movies, all the interesting ones are made that way. You know, they preconditioning you already. You know, people really, they do that all the time, but that's how it's going to be out here. Because that, like the brother was saying, you might be hungry now, but there's going to be people that are so hungry that they turn and eat their own children, man. That's the type of hunger we're speaking about. Yeah. There's going to be women that throw their child in the oven to eat something. It's going to be that bad out here. All right? The brother in New Orleans sent me some, you know, he sent me them last week, but he sent me some pictures. Well, he put them on his story of just empty shells, man. He wasn't in New Orleans, but I believe he's in Virginia, but just empty shells all over the place, man. You know, he's walking throughout the store, all the canned goods gone. All the meat products gone.
Yeah, I think he posted it. Yeah, I didn't know if that was something that he posted himself or something else.
Right.
But
it's happening.
Yeah, come.
You know, it's happening in different areas. It happens here almost every time that there's going to be a major snowstorm. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, because you can't go out nowhere.
Right.
You know, and the storm is coming, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. What was it? The Lord shall come in whirlwind and tempest. You see what I'm saying? You see, so more and more of these phenomena, you feel me, weather phenomena is going to happen, right, man.
There's still trees, you know, all throughout the city that are just laying there. Big old trees just laying there because they got blown over in a freak storm that really we've not seen before in this area. I had a set real quick, bro, just kind of circling back. But, you know, to like what we were saying earlier, but select, I'll go back. This is Matthew 10:5, and it reads, "These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentile, and into another city of Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand." All right?
Right. So, you know, this is only, you know, for these people right here, and specifically the elect, man. All right. So, you know, we're not going to every Negro, Latino, Native American I walk past. Hey, yo, bro, nah, man. You feel me? The what does it say that the flock? I'm roughly paraphrasing right here. That they'll go wherever. So, wherever the voice of the Lamb, you know, going kind of thing. So, wherever that Yahweh Shai speak and he say to do this, they gonna go here. Okay. So if Yahweh Hashem Yahushua puts the spirit on a brother, you see what I'm saying, or a sister for that matter, you know, if they, you know, bypass our video or see by the camp and they, you know, pull up and it really, you know, plants a seed, you feel me? Somebody else or one of the brothers might water it, and it's up to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to give the increase, man. You know, so we're just vessels. We not waking nobody up. It's the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. We are nothing, man. You know, we're just being used, man. That lets you know, all right, again, that there's no free will, man.
Yeah. You either basically, like we said earlier, you're either a vessel that's unto dishonor or you're a vessel unto honor, man. The Most High's pulling your strings, or Satan, one of the two. But at the end, the Most High's the puppet master, man. He makes all things move, good and bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, I mean, was that all that you had on?
Oh, I had a little more. Go ahead. Down to 8. To heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Free ye have received, freely give. Salakia, freely ye have received, freely give.
So all that's talking about teaching, man. When you really break it down, all right. People is sick because they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures. We teach it. You feel me? Not through us, through the spirit, they get healed, man. They have a peace of mind. We raise them from the dead. Not us, but it's the spirit, like Ezekiel 37, the valley of dry bones. All right. They get raised from the dead. You see what I'm saying? And they stood up a great exceeding army. All right. When the sinews came upon each other and the flesh came upon each other, and Ezekiel was like, "Can these bones live?" All right. And then what happened? All right. The spirit had to come up in them. Right. You see what I'm saying? To quicken them, to make them alive. Because you could be walking but have no spirit in you, man. Right. This thing is spiritual. You see what I'm saying? what was the last? It said the last part that you just read.
To heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils.
All right, so boom. So cleanse the lepers, right? You're unclean by not knowing your nationality, man. Right. I brought that out the other day when I did the Father's Seed. You are of your Father's Seed, Sons of Yashar Milk series. You see what I'm saying? And remember, I want to say Ezra or Nehemiah, those men that couldn't, that was claiming to be Levitical priests, but right. They couldn't report their lineage back to their fathers, and basically they kicked them out from the having, like in the priesthood type of thing. You feel me? So knowing your nationality or your father's lineage was a big thing, man. You see what I'm saying? So this is why Baruch said, in the land of our captivity shall they remember themselves. You see what I'm saying? So we're saying that by remembering ourselves, we are descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So a leper being unclean, right? We're cleansing ourselves by what? The washing of the water by the word, right? Ephesians. All right? So, so casting out demons through the spirit, we teaching a lot of people, Christians don't know the power of praying and fasting, man. Right. There's certain things that demons that you can't get out without praying and fasting. So literally learning this word, being washed by it, studying it, and going teaching it out, you see what I'm saying, is really the pinnacle, of this truth, man. Because trying to keep this to the T, to the letter of the law, is not going to save you, man. All right? We're rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of drawing waters, which is reminiscent of captivity, man, of Babylon the Great. That's all I got.
Okay, bro. Well, then I'll finish it out. Freely ye have received, and break down that. Yeah. Freely ye have received, freely give. Mm-hmm. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, which we don't come out here with 100 stacks trying.
Yeah, what you like these other kids? What you look like? You see what I'm saying? What's the name? Having like a classroom, or donate to Patreon first, so you send some money here and you'll get the exclusive breakdowns of this and that and the third. That's exactly what Joel Elstein and TD Jakes do. Right. Oh, we'll break down Revelation and this and that and the third, just buy a DVD and shit that. Right. Come on, man.
You're supposed to give this out freely.
Yeah, because out of nowhere we came into the truth. It's not like we went to the Father. The Father just boom out of nowhere. You like, oh shit, I'm an Israelite, son. Right. I'm a son of the living power. You feel me? And these are my people. We going through the curses, and I can't get myself out of these curses. The only, that's no man shall buy thee or redeem thee. But Yahushua is not coming back as a man, and Lord willing, you feel me? He, redeems us if you're a part of his elect.
That's right.
Kind
of. Just down. I'll read a little further down.
This is meat on this.
I wanted to peel it all off too. Nor script for your journey, neither two coats nor shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. You get deep on that. Like, of course, we come out prepped for the weather or whatever. We wear shoes, but we're not like making some grand journey to go do something special. We're not taking all kinds of preservatives with us to travel a long time. We in and we out.
Right.
Right. It's a lot. Let me bring that back up real quick. Into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, acquire who in it is worthy, and they shall abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into a house, salute it, which is what when we find another brother, brothers salute us. They come along, or brother will be shalom us or whatever. We might get it back from us, but at the end of the day, we just returning peace unto you, man. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come unto it. And if it not be worthy, let your peace return unto you. And whomsoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words when ye depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. For verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for a land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city.
Right. You feel me? We're not supposed to be trying to, force feed this down. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, listen. All right. it was either Abu Bivens or King Mashad, how they brought it out. You feel me? If a nigga can't get it, keep it moving, man.
Yeah, see you later.
You see what I'm saying? So we keeping it moving. All right, this word and this truth, only certain people's gonna understand it. That's why Yahweh Shah said, you feel me? Unto you was given the mysteries of the kingdom. There's mysteries, man. All right, look at Babylon the Great. You know, all written upon her forehead, mystery. Babylon the Great.
That's right.
All right, there was a mystery to figure out what was the great confusion, the place of great confusion, man. Because Babylon goes back to Babel or Babal, which means confusion.
Right.
All right, like for instance, in this place, people consistently calling on the Messiah, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, when that's not his name, man. The letter J was invented in 1524 by a man named John Trissino. All right?
And it's still to this day, just like you, brother, the newest letter in the English language.
Exactly. It was a Renaissance letter. Renaissance means rebirth.
You know,
all right?
If you have the understanding of history, the Renaissance being the rebirth was the rebirth of the Roman Empire.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Reintroduced into the world through what you would basically call today the English. All right? Them being exactly the way the Romans were, the Red Dragon, rolling back out into the world and conquering the majority of it.
Exactly. And, you know, that's why they say we on the last leg of the Roman Empire, man. All right? Salakia, if you, with Rome, you go to D.C., it's like a splitting image, you know, of Rome. Everything got the Colosseum, the columns and the pillars, like Rome. You see what I'm saying?
And that goes back to Petra, man. You know, they went back to the homeland and did that. Oh, that was done all throughout Greece and the ancient world as well. You know, all the places they dwelt, where he dwells and builds his kingdoms, you're gonna see pillars like that.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see those long pillars, the obelisks somewhere with it. You know, that's what you're gonna see.
You know, so I mean, you want to get a good breakdown, you know what I mean? Look up, you know, GMS Revelation chapter 20, man. It shows you, you know, the devil that was bound for 1,000 years, that devil, which is, you know, a false accuser, which is Esau Edom, your so-called Caucasian race, man. All right. They were taken down, all right, through, you know, when Jake took over basically Rome, all right, after starting with like Minerva and stuff going on like that in about the 300 AD, 400 AD, all right, and that 1,000 years, the Renaissance started back in 1300 to 1400 AD.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is when they started iconoclasm, right? The destruction clasm of icons, all right, and they started to whitewash all of the melanated and darker artifacts and paintings that was around the world.
I was just gonna say, if you go to certain countries, you'll see many images still to this day that actually still maintain, that weren't scooped up in the Renaissance, so to speak, where they depict the Lord as the Dark One.
Yeah.
All right. In Belgium, I believe there's a few. In Germany, there's still a few images of those old Moorish coats of arms, those dark skin, blue skin coats of arms. You can find those all throughout Scotland and Ireland as well, man.
Well, Salaki, how they was made, they can't use the chemicals that they do to whitewash it because it would destroy the whole thing. And that would be destroying history. Something means so much to them, you feel me, that they'll just try to hide it, you feel me, without destroying it through trying to whitewash it or you know, change it up a little bit.
Because what, you know, and that period of time that you're kind of speaking of, that dark age period, how it's taught in history classes, it's just, there was this 1,000-year period of just nothing. And the Vikings ran wild. And they destroyed all these memorable, all these things and all these parts of histories and scrolls and books were lost. It's all a cover-up, man.
Yeah, it's a cover-up.
It's a cover-up for being down bad in them caves, man.
That's the smallest chapter when you in high school in your world history class, man.
The Dark Ages.
Dark Ages, boom, and it goes right to the Renaissance.
Right.
You know? So, you know, history is part of that knowledge, man. You feel me? In Hosea 4:6, because thou hast my people shall be destroyed from a lack of knowledge, because thou hast despised knowledge, you shall no longer be a priest unto me, man. All right? So we trying to get knowledge of these scriptures, and part of that is knowing the history. Like the elder apostles say, you feel me? To know
Jake was born.
yeah, he like, what the fuck you saying? What's the name? To understand the mystery, you gotta know the history, man. You see what I'm saying? So people don't have that understanding of the New Testament because they don't have the understanding of Israelite history, especially going into the Greek and the beginning of the Roman Empire that is taken out, that is really talked about in the Apocrypha in First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, and broken down in certain chapters of First Esdras, Second Esdras.
Okay.
You know?
I got a little more on this. This is down to 10 and 16. So actually, I was just going to peel this all off. It's just worth reading. Behold, I send you forth the sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But be aware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Right. See, we coming into a point now, and I'm really, like I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You feel me? And I'm not, people know who we talking about. But if you claiming to be an Israelite and you bringing carnal weapons, not spiritual weapons, to go teach the word, you are setting us up to be brought before, which you're doing your job. Because eventually something going to pop off, you feel me? And you're going to have that pride in you, and you're going to shoot back. You see what I'm saying? Right. And then now that's what Esau been waiting for. And then anybody that police see on the street, or it's going to be a whole snitch program on anybody wearing, fringes. You see what I'm saying?
So they're going to be trying to demonize the brothers who do nothing but teach the word in peace and sincerity, all right, for being a part of that nonsense. That day's going to come. And there's going to be people who, turn on you for maybe some digital currency to eat, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, they're going to put some extra chips on my Bitcoin card or whatever, so that me and my family don't have to eat little Susie. So sorry, bro, I turned you over.
That shit is, and it's prophesied to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, the sheep is always a symbol for Israel. All right, amongst the wolves, right? A wolf is just symbolic, for people that would basically consume your energy. So, I'm putting you amongst wolves, basically the world, man. The world. We're the prey, to the world, man. They want to destroy us, man. When you go, what is that? Revelation, is it 11, I want to say? We're talking about how they gave gifts to one another, talking about the slaves and all that. Okay. They look forward, when we was dead. Remember, then we rose up on their feet and they was all fucked up. You know what I mean? Right. That's a historical breakdown if you want to do the actual, Revelation, 11 breakdown, going into the prophets, the two candlesticks, the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just using that as an example for right now that Esau is shook, not only of the sightings of the chariots, the so-called UFOs, all right,
been happening more frequently and more vividly and clearly to the point where it's undeniable what people are seeing in this time.
But what's the name? The rising up of his people. This is why we say Kwam Yasharala. Kwam meaning rise, Yasharala being Israel, man. And we're not saying rise up physically. That's folly. Right. We're being saying rise up spiritually, man. All right? Come into your senses of the truth. All right? Trying to, please the Father to the best of your ability. That's right. By these law, statute, commandments, and going to teach this word. Live in a pious, righteous, simple life. Yeah, double. Come back around.
Double team. What the fuck was going on, man? That dude, I don't know what he was doing. He did record it.
Yeah, he was recording, right,
I thought about, snapping at him, and then I was like, can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, come, you know.
Just make niggas more, you know, put more eyes on this, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't know if you're putting on Facebook or you just acting crazy and you're an agent.
Yeah, you could be an agent ass nigga just recording for profiles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Or whatever.
We don't care.
His phone had a barcode on it too, which was weird, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Move along, bro. Fuck you. We gonna be here next week.
Exactly. You know, so hey man, you know, that's the perfect script right there, actually. You know, I send you as sheep among wolves, man. That would you be considered as a wolf. We don't know what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? But we know you're not necessarily on our side through the, you know, spirit of discernment, man.
Right.
You know, you acting a little crazy. We saying certain things. I'm hearing you under your breath.
Right.
He says Jesus something. And every time we say Israel, he'll point to the sign and shit. You know? Esau, man.
Yeah,
you know, gone, man. Gone, bro.
Yeah, they're done out here. Slack you. I just finished. I stopped at like 22. When it reads, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given unto you in the same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
Right. So it didn't say if. It said, you know, basically like it's a when.
Right.
When they deliver you, so people gonna get delivered up into them concentration camps that's in the truth, man.
Right.
That's why it says in 2nd Esdras 16, 63, then shall it be known who are my chosen, as you know, as gold tried in the fire. All right. So certain people gonna know. You see what I'm saying? Based on how you not only move in now, but let's just say you get, you know, in a FEMA camp or whatever, how you gonna move in there?
Right.
People gonna be losing their mind in them camps, man. Like they was living all this type of lifestyle. Next thing you know, they in there and, you know, never experienced a jail or prison like setting. They gonna lose their shit, especially if they don't have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, even if they done been to prison mad times.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got Yahweh Shai, and these concentration camps going to make maximum security prisons look like nothing. You feel me? Because they, you know, they going to be eventually beheading you for not taking the trip.
Right. You didn't buy 22,000 or 222,000 guillotines.
Yeah.
They didn't buy them shits for no reason. You know what I'm saying? As much as people want to try to act like that didn't happen, they got them. You just ain't, they just ain't busting out on your ass. All right. And like the brother said, they're going to be lopping off heads in the end for denial or not taking that MOTB. All right. Shalaki. And the brother shall deliver of the brother to death, and the father the child, and the child shall rise up against the parents and cause them to be put to death.
I literally just read that script before came when I made the video, bro. That's how you know it's the spirit, man. We're all one body, bro. You feel me? The topic is brace for impact. That's part of the impact, man. You don't know what family member, which they really just a relative. Your family is in the spirit, those that do the will of the Father pursuant to Yahweh Shah's words. Right? So somebody could literally lead you up to be put to death, man. Yo, this nigga didn't take the chip. I got the chip. Don't kill me, man. Hey, yo, sorry, man. You feel me? But they was gonna all, you know, turn off our chip and we can't eat because you over here, you know. These are the times that we coming into, man. For the love of many shall wax cold, because iniquity shall abound, man. Sin is coming to an all-time high. Is literally touching the heavens. This is why Yahweh, right? Why Yahweh Shai, you know, can't be forth in front of wickedness, man. So he got to destroy it from off his face, man. That's why what does he say? Until the fullness of the Gentiles and shit like that. So, you know, what is it in Isaiah? You know, don't add sin unto sin, right? Because we under grace under Yahweh Shai. So when there's a point where it just adds up, you know, and it's just got to be released, man. You know
what I'm saying? Because, you know, even something that's why, you know, it says to always pray and be asking for forgiveness, man. Because you don't know, like, what you did in the past life. Or why maybe you going through the affliction you're going through now. That shit could be something you did 3 lifetimes ago. And now the Lord's just like, you know what, I'm going to afflict you in this lifetime. You know, deal you this card, see how you react now that you know that, you know, you have possibly done this and that and this and that. And that you could have been some terrible nigga in the past. That's right. Right? You know, we just like the brother said, we under grace right now. Like, you know, Lord willing, we make it to the end, endure to the end. That's the mission. Yeah. You know, Yahweh Ratzah.
But look, we under grace. Why would you want to put back on the old yoke, man?
Like,
I'm keeping this thing perfectly and this and that and the third. When you know you not, man.
God, hey, man, the Lord know my heart. Like, nigga, what? No.
Yeah, like, I just got broke down, which makes sense. I want to say his name is Zaquan Zahab, who woke up when I was, you know, out there at GMS Mississippi, Spirit Like the Wind, Judah, I think, and he was breaking down, you know, the fringes and all of that, and how in Revelation, 1:13, and he had a linen garment down to the foot, man.
Right.
Ain't no fucking t-shirt with fringes on, man.
Right.
All right, and when you go into the etymology of the word shirt, it means skirt. So y'all, and then when you go into the etymology of pants, all right, it means trousers, drawers, which are undergarments, man. Because this is your garment down to the foot, and you wore garments under it, which would be your pants.
Right.
All right. Because even the word panties was originally for men, talking about trousers. So y'all niggas is in skirts and panties at camp with your t-shirt on, showing your nakedness, man. Because really, none of us was supposed to be showing the form of our bodies and all that, woman or man, loose fitting clothing, you know? Because we're going to be in royal attire. But I'm just using that to say, when you said we under grace right now, you feel me? Because you're adding things onto people to do, but you're not even doing them yourselves, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I got a shirt that has a blue,
I
have one.
Yeah.
I'll wear it though, like everywhere I go, under the sun or whatever. Like, really, I only really wear it when I'm with y'all brothers, and then I add on to it. Like, you know, I throw the garment over it and, you know, just got a double fringe. But, like the brother said, like, man, you at camp present like that every time.
Yeah. Or wearing that to, you know, to work or going to the grocery store.
Doing it as a flex. Like,
Look, nigga, I know more shit than you. Knowledge puff it up, man. Because a nigga be like, what's that? And you like, oh, you don't know? We the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? So now you in the grocery line, you know, niggas is waiting on you to pay for your fucking alkaline water, and you over here trying to spit the doctrine onto swine, man.
Right.
Your pearls on the swine. When they gonna be like, oh, word, and then not even keep the law, statutes, commandments anyway, you know? Because there's an order to this thing, man. You know?
It's a lot, bro. Let me read a little more real quick. This is down to 22, still Matthew 10, and it reads, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved."
That's right, man. I brought that out. You know, hated, man. All right, that persecution for my name's sake. See, you gotta really understand what that means, man. Because his name is who? Yahweh Shah. That was Yahweh Shah talking. His name means he is salvation. So you're not going to be persecuted for his name's sake if, one, you don't even understand his name, and two, you don't believe in it because you think you can save yourself. Because his name means that he saves, not me save.
Right.
You know, I can't save myself.
That's a carnal thought.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
You being mad carnal.
So the ones that you would listen, this is why Yahweh Shah said you could judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, man. A good tree is not going to bear bad fruit, and a bad tree is not going to bear good fruit, man. All right? And that is also a parable. You could go into plenty scriptures to show men symbolic to trees, man. All right? And fruit would be the doings, the actions that you do, man.
Hey, Elder Malcolm has said Ecclesiastes 5:1-3.
I can get that.
Oh, I thought you was getting something else.
I was.
And then he said, before that, he said those shirt fringe guys need to STFU.
Right. Come. You know?
You said Ecclesiastes 5, and what was it, bro?
1-3.
On my pages, I can't put my fingers. Oh, my pages.
I don't know, my hands been good. So Ecclesiastes 5:1-3, con?
Yeah, right.
And it reads, Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil.
Like the damn devil that was up here, man. He started yapping and saying a few things, asking questions. Brothers was cutting him down. Then he wound up going all the way down the street. Like, okay, we're done talking. That's what happens, man. You go, not necessarily that we talking shit about it, but like when you come up to the camps and you just start puffing up and talking all kinds of crazy nonsense and trying to, you know, basically do the and Jake has this problem more than anybody else. They can't ever let a nigga know more than them. Mm-hmm. All Jake know more than every nigga under the sun.
But look, that's how you know the Most High sent not only a stumbling block, right? But basically the spirit of slumber, man. It said that they will not, for they consider not that they do evil. Imagine how bugged out you got to be to not know that you going off. You think you doing right, but you going off the whole time, son. And this is why we pray Psalms 51, man. Take not thy spirit away from me, man. Because there's a lot of bugged out Jake out here and Israelites. Because, you know, when I use the word Jake, it's like to you know, Israelites that don't know that they Israel. You know what I mean? And you could use it for Jake in general. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Jacob's name was changed unto Israel. You see what I'm saying? No more shalt thou be called Jacob, right?
Right.
So, you know, and that's through the spirit, because we changed the name of the camp. You feel me? We not, you know, sons of Yaakov or, you know, Jacob anymore. We sons of Yasharallah, man. Right. You know, princes of power. Right. You know, but I say that to say because, you know, there's a lot of Israelites out there that, you know, think that they doing the right thing, think they telling the truth, you know, trying to justify, you know, because the big thing in Israel right now is like having sex on the Sabbath. Like, you know, like little milk shit, you know. Isaiah 53 completely tells, or 58, if you take thy foot to, you know, roughly paraphrasing it, from to do thy pleasure on the Sabbath, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Come, like you can't.
It's like simple shit. It's like, yo, it's, you know, it's that old adage, like, you gotta fight tomorrow. Yo, don't bust a nut. Yeah. You know, go in there mad and crush that dude. Right. And then, but what you do? You go lay up with a woman, and then you go in there and get your ass whooped.
Man, Jake. So you can't even give at least a 24-hour period of just solemn, you know, environment to the Lord. You feel me? Come on, son. Like we owe our lives, man. Right. And you can't even put out one day to at least rehearse that righteous act of keeping the Sabbath, right? Which is not Friday night to Saturday night to sundown. All right?
That goes into like that not being worthy, man. All right? Not being able to, just not being, like, you can't follow some directions. How the hell you gonna get to the kingdom?
Well, look, directions is instruction, man. Right. And look, when you get into it, right, like to be, you know, like dwelled in, structure, man. So it's a building up. So when the Most High instructs you, he's literally edifying you, and he's doing it through men and through his word, man. You know?
Would you grab Joshua 1:8 real quick, bro? And I got a subject, or unless you have more on that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
This verse 2, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. And real quick, that's why I love the brother Zaquan Monaghan out there in GMSDC, man. He put up the quick little prayers, man. You know, like for instance, I just memorize this one. Izar Naya La Shamar Ka Dabarka. Babu Kushab, Basham Yawashai Aman, which means Izar Naya, help me, La Shamar, all right, take heed, Ka Dabarka, or he said Ka Rakaka, because Rakad is the spirit, the bar is word, which is interchangeable, according to thy word. So help me take heed according to thy word. Please, 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 in Yahweh's name, Amen. Simple, words be few. Remember, Yahweh said that the heathen, repetition, you see what I'm saying, with the prayers, man, to be seen, so on and so forth. So this is the last script, Zaquan Malcolm, verse 3. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. All right? So you know who's a fool when they constantly bringing out certain things and they're letting their tongue to speak upon themselves, man. All right? That's going back. What did Yahweh Shah just say? Right? You can judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, man. Part of that fruit, all right, is it life and death from the tongue? You see what I'm saying? So So if you speaking a wrong doctrine, you're putting out death, man, out there, bro. You're not bringing out the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Right. But you wanted me to bring out Joshua 1:8, right?
Yeah, I was real quick. This is Baruch 4:1, and it reads, "This is a book of commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
Right. So if you leave away from this word, man, you're going to die, man, in your sins, man. All right. And according to 1 John, all right, sin is the transgression of the law. All right. So in Romans, he said we established the law, man. All right. But we're saved under grace, man, not by our own actions, man. All right. Through the predestination of who the elect of the house of Israel, man. All right. So yeah, we gotta take heed. So that goes into the prayer. You see what I'm saying? Good.
This is down to 2. It reads, "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated."
Now look, right? Jacob is who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the real children of Israel, right? So walk in the light. Doesn't it say in John that Yahweh Shah is the light and he lighted the whole world?
Right.
So he's saying to walk in Yahweh Shah in the Old Testament or in the Apocrypha.
Which even matches up with when you said, when Moses came down off the mountain after speaking to the Most High, he was glowing,
man. You see what I'm saying? Because, you speaking to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. He had to turn his face.
Right.
Right. And even not even looking
right
at his face, he come down off the mount, you feel me, glowing. People had to put a veil over him, man. Because the scriptures say wisdom lighteneth the countenance thereof, man. All right, you're gonna have a glow if you correctly break down these scriptures, man, through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Down to 3, and it reads, "Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation."
But look, give not thy honor to another, man. You got people that goes back to the first commandment, worshiping these other gods, man. You see what I'm saying? When we know that honor is basically worship. You know what I mean? So we supposed to be honoring Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not giving our honor to the gods of these other nations. Okay?
Oh Israel, this is down to 4, Salak, and it reads, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh are made known unto us."
Oh, that's deep right there, because I had some. Read that again, huh?
"O Israel, happy are we, for things are pleasing to Yahweh are made known unto us."
Made known unto us. So look, we just read, all right, in Psalms 147, that he showeth his word unto Jacob and maketh known his statutes unto Israel, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding. So what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is showing us or maketh known unto us is his wisdom and understanding. And that makes us happy, man. All right, we rejoice in that fact.
We know how to, we know what is pleasing to the Most High and what's displeasing. We got a solid base in understanding of what That is.
Come.
All right.
Come.
Down to 5 in Baruch 4 still. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
The memorial
Of Israel.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, well, memorial means something that you can remember of memory, right?
The something of remembrance or bringing back, honor like just a replay. So
and Zion to Zion, all right, is monument, all right, and a monument is what? It's something that you see what I'm saying. Like when they put up monuments, right? Like let's say what's the shit out in North Dakota with the presidents and shit?
What they call
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, right? Don't they call that a monument or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Right? It's to have people remember the 4 founding fathers of it.
Right.
So Zion, the monument, is a memorial. You feel me? The people. All right. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna read it. This down to 6. Ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
Right. So this is why it says, cry loud, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show thy people, Jacob, their sins, man. All right. So that's that memorial. We're telling our people you wasn't so for your destruction, but it was because you and your forefathers, which is reincarnation, you see what I'm saying, were being disobeying the Father, all right, in his commandments, man. We made a blood covenant with him, man. All right. When you go back into it, didn't Moses sprinkle blood on the law and on the people? Right? So if you said, yo, we're gonna do all things that you was gonna say, are them people here? They're dead. But did their spirit reincarnate into a new vessel? You damn right it did.
Right.
So a lot of people out here that is going through a lot of shit could have been the same people that was outside at the base or base of Mount Sinai, all right, that actually partook in that blood covenant with Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the vessel of Mashah, Moses, you know.
It's down to 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not Yahweh.
Exactly, man. We provoked them, man, sacrificing unto devils. You know, one of them being Baal, Molech, the golden calf. You know, Ashtoreth, the queen of heaven. You know, and Jesus Christ, man.
Right.
You know, Caesar, Cesare Borgia.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting Yahweh that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Look, we see, so we forgot. You know, I wish I had, a blue letter, because there's a if I forget the name of the Most High, then something, you know what I'm saying? But that goes, back, to Isaiah 4:6. That lack of knowledge. I got to say this too real quick, because that's the second time I seen him with his phone out recording this too.
This nigga?
Yeah.
He's on some
you know what I mean?
Fuck out stuff too, right? Well, I was going to ask you, bro, just for edification, what was he talking about?
Some niggas.
Yeah.
Some weird nigga business.
Yeah,
I wasn't even trying to hear this.
I figured he was
Gave
stuff.
this nigga no attention.
Yeah, he wanted it, but it's all good.
Any nigga that's coming up
Take
with
my card,
just a mustache, full shave.
Yeah, I crumpled his shit up,
dreadlocks.
bro. Like, I don't want to hear what the fuck the nigga had to say, and he was trying to get some time to talk to y'all. He was like, when are y'all gonna be done? I was like, when the spirit says we done, bro. And that's when he stood there for like 20 seconds and he left. So
yeah, nah, nigga, get on, bro. Just get on. Select you.
on that black business shit, bro.
You coming up to want to give us some black business shit. Well, we're speaking the true wealth, the true money. You see what I'm saying? The spiritual wealth.
Like, the nigga love
you
Esau,
want to
bro.
take this, but you want us to spend money with you.
The nigga love Esau, bro. Like, that's most Jake. You want to be an Israelite, but spend Esau's money, bro.
Oh no, that was kind of it on that. I just kind of stopped there. Unless I can feel off a little more. Yes.
I mean, because
it's like I'll read down to. No.
Oh, I got it. Oh, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. I just
changed the set, so I was like, man, let me go back to it.
This is the book of Psalms. So wait. So it said, can you read that one more time, the forgotten part, and then I'm gonna get this for edification.
This is Baruch 4:8, and it reads, "Ye have forgotten the everlasting Yahweh that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you."
So look, remember, matter of fact, that's in I want to say that's in Ezekiel when he was referring us to a little baby in our blood and put all these jewels and this and that on this, talking about, you feel me, not only physical actual wealth, Solomon and the kingdom and all that, but actual truth, knowledge, and understanding. You see what I'm saying? He decked us out. You know what I mean? And we forsook him. That raised us up. You know what I mean? So look, we've forgotten, the one that nurtured us, right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44. I'm going to start at verse 15. My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me, for the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth, by reason of the enemy and avenger. All this is come upon us, yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely in thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way. Though thou hast sore broken us in the place of dragons, and covered us with the shadow of death. If we have forgotten the name of our power, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart.
No, that's mad heavy, bro. But just speaking on it, man, look, we forsook the Most High. Like the brother said, we made that blood debt. We gonna make sure, it's easy to romanticize this, but like what the brother just read also proves the fact there's always been the righteous few and the wicked majority. There's always been niggas. And if you're doing it wrong, man, does the scripture not say that whatsoever is done in the dark will be brought to light? Right. If you don't make the trip, you gonna know why. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna know why. That goes for every brother. Like we all are the masters of our,
And honestly, that's because what's the script that says godly sorrow turneth into repentance, man?
Right.
If you just think about you, like I'm talking about me personally at this moment.
Yeah.
The chariots coming and I don't get picked up. That shit gets me so sad, bro. I be wanting to cry. You see what I'm saying?
You be knowing like I'm not perfect. I've done this and that.
Yeah, like you'll be destroyed, man. You'll be seeing that wall of fire coming through the missiles, and you just be incinerated, man.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen, bro.
You don't know, like, man, I fucked up so bad. The Most High preserved me from this moment. That shit will make me sad.
I done did all this work, and obviously I was going off somewhere. So this is why I said, examine thyself. I made that video and I ain't got no views, but I don't give a fuck because I did that for me. You see what I'm saying? Examine thyself to know if thou art in the faith, man. You feel me? So constantly, if I'm going over, you see what I'm saying? I'm asking the Most High to guide me upon the right way, because I'm, in a sense, blind. This word is a lamp unto my feet, man.
Like for example, man, brothers, we was taking opportunities to go step out and do this and do that, and the elder put a video out like, hey, Elder Tahar put that video out like, hey man, it's supposed to be boring, man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you niggas? You in the strip club, you in the bars and the clubs every night, and I'm like, I get it, brothers got to balance out, but I was cut.
I was cut too. Because, and you used the words when we was on the phone, I think yesterday, or it might have been, earlier today, but you'll hear it if you do listen to that video. I was like, yo, we got to tighten up, man.
Yeah, we got to tighten up, man.
That's what, and I kept on using that. I said that probably like, yeah, exactly. And that to me was the spirit of confirmation. Yeah. Because if you watch that video, examine ourselves, I'm like, yo, we got to tighten up. And I kept on saying we, because I'm included, man. Yeah. And tighten up brings spiritually to gird up thy loins like a man. You know what I mean? And gird up the loins of thy mind, man. Because what do you do when you gird up the loins? You tighten your long garment that's down to your knees, You see?
Tighten it up real quick.
Yeah. Like, and to go to war because we in war, man.
Right. Or you even see Jake do it when they, sagging ass Jakes, when they about to get into a scrap, they grab the pants and pull them all the way up real quick.
I got a quick precept though. This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8. The point is in verse 5. I'm going to start at verse 1. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily. So didn't it, hold on. In Proverbs, it just said wisdom cried out in the streets, right? Isn't there great millstone camps all over the world from one end to another crying out in the streets? All right, so wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, man. So through the Spirit, which is a mighty thing, we sending of this gospel, we shall be preaching to until basically to the Son of Man come, because this gospel was going to bring the Son of Man to come back.
Hey, well, what's the biggest highway? The information superhighway.
Oh
the,
yeah,
the internet. You know what I'm saying? Through YouTube.
And Apostle Gabar just said today, that there's no camp, which is facts, and it's a fact, that is putting out more videos than Great Millstone, and he, and the liking cans, because he's like, honestly, Apostle Hall, I think it was either Gabar to Hall, he was like, yo, great when they say Great Millstone, it's the doctrine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, you personally are part of, went through the
right.
process or whatever, you know what I mean? But you're teaching the correct, you're learning solely from Great Millstone. God. Because Great Millstone just means, which is a symbology for continuous working. It constantly was grinding, the wheat, you see what I'm saying, to create food, you know what I mean? It doesn't stop. You cannot watch all of the Great Millstone videos. Every 24-hour period, there's got to be tens of thousands of videos, bro.
Like, I still remember when it kind of got to that point where, like, you just couldn't watch it.
Yes. Yeah, it had to have been maybe 8-9 years ago.
Yeah, there was just camps springing up.
Yeah, like after 2012.
And then there's camps that was, maybe there's multiple camps in a location, so they're going out at different times, or you got one camp that, it doesn't work for everybody to go on a Friday, so they go whenever they need to go. You know what I'm saying? So, man, most I can fuck up that was disrespect.
Bro, if we was in the kingdom, she would have got punched in her fucking head, bro. You want to walk around like a nigga, bro? Bro, that shit fucking...
You a bitch.
You a whole fucking bitch, dog.
With an ass on you sagging, your whole fat ass dyke is out your
Since you don't like men, I hope you get raped by him, bro. Straight up. Fuck that little bitch, bro.
Like that in Jacob's trouble, what you think niggas gonna do?
But she still got the mind of a bitch. Gotta be noticed. Like I'm gonna walk in front of the camera instead of go behind.
You know what? I'm gonna just read the rest of this now. These niggas, I just was reading through it and I was like, man, I'm just reading this because this is all what Jacob you can hear anyway.
We'll get back to this side.
I hope
so like, this is down to 9 in the root still.
Okay.
But when she see the wrath of Yahweh come upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell upon Zion. Yahweh hath brought unto me great mourning, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought unto them. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over my widow, and forsaken of many who are who for the sins of my children and left desolate, because they depart from the law of Yahweh.
Right. So look, didn't it say that Idumea, Esau, Edom said, aha, raise it. They rejoiced at the widow being Israel, man.
Right.
So what?
Part of the reason why they don't want this apocryphal.
God.
I mean, there's several points like that. Salaki. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in his ways of the commandments, nor tread in the paths of the disciple of Salakia, of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell upon Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters.
See how many times you got to say remember, man. Yeah. This is already in us, man. Right, it just got to come back out. Yeah. Because the Most High basically just covet it. You know what I'm saying?
Slack which the everlasting have brought upon them. The captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting have brought upon them.
Right. So the everlasting is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's the one that brought upon all this hell that we went through captivities.
For he hath brought a nation unto them from afar, a shameless nation of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child. These have carried away and the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone desolate without daughters. But what can I help you? For he hath brought these plagues upon you. I will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Go your way, O children. O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. I put off the clothing of peace, and I put on my sackcloth of my prayer. All right.
Right. So spiritually, that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. Sackcloth was reminiscent of mourning garments, man. All right. So we coming into a time, and mourning, you mourn when people die.
Yeah.
All right. So we praying and in a mourning state because we know the mass death that's about to come upon this earth, man.
I will cry unto the everlasting in my days, all right, for that affliction, man. All right, because our people's down bad. Like, we just had the nigga bitch walk by the carabine mugging the camera and all kinds of goofy shit.
Right.
We had Jake come up and want to talk about black-owned businesses with his Hulk Hogan mustache and dreadlocks down way past the length that he shouldn't really have it. Way down, but way down his back and shit. Our people are, like the brother mentioned earlier,
Israel bitch made, bro. That's why we need Yahushua, bro, because it's a bunch of straight bitches, nigga.
Man,
for real, bro. That's why we need Yahushua, bro. Israel's full of bitches, bro.
Yeah, man, all a bunch of emotional,
weak ass, soft ass niggas and weak ass bitches, bro.
It's been like that, for 2,000 years.
And you can see why we got our asses beat.
That's why I said it's been like that for 2,000 years.
Ungrateful motherfucker.
Because even Paul said to the Corinthians, "Don't you know not that effeminate?" I'm gonna just skip everything else. Shall not inherit the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that means effeminate Israelites was here 2,000 some odd years ago, man.
Right.
All right.
It's a lot.
Bitch niggas, man.
Grow
the fuck up, man. When you become a man, all right, put away the childish things, man. Smoking weed, sagging your pants, dreadlocks, a bunch of niggas, man. And you,
for real, he twice as old as everybody in the camp. You got dreads down to your ass, bro.
That's why, the brothers, Mississippi and Alabama, Yahushua is a de-niggifier, man. When you come into this truth, you put that mortar man off for you, man.
Right.
That nigga shit, that ignorant ass shit, man.
Riding around, just acting coolish, man. There was one brother that drove by today that even looked like he did, like he didn't want to look at this for like, shame. The other niggas was just driving up down block playing cool music. They do that every week.
Well, that nigga might be watching. He might be watching week in and week out. Us or Great Millstone, and he knows where he needs to be. But you got the rest of the car, the majority of the car, fucking niggas, bro. They don't give a shit about shit, bro.
Salak, this is 21. Be of good cheer, O my children, Salakia. Cry unto Yahweh, and he shall deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemies.
Well, look, doesn't it say in Ezekiel, Salak, that put a mark, a thawah, spiritual mark, a mark of exemption upon those that cry for the abominations done in the midst thereof?
Right.
What midst is it talking about? The midst of Israel, man.
That's right.
When we see the wickedness that these 2/3 do, what do you think we doing? We crying unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man.
Right. Salat. For my hope is in the everlasting that he will save you. And joy is unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior.
Look, so Baruch, right? I want to say an understudy of Jeremiah, right? So when it was talking about the people, it's talking about, the Babylonians coming to take the southern kingdom. However, this is Babylon the Great. And we can use that for the transatlantic slave trade as well, right? Now Baruch, all right, just said that my hope is that basically Israel be saved, right? So he was a prisoner of hope, man. All right. So imagine looking at weak, root chakra controlled, effeminate, grown ass boys, all right? And he had hope for them. He was locked in. He was locked in like, yo, Father, you gotta do something, man. Look at this man. Look at him.
Yeah, Zebulon Warrior got a good sub too.
What was it, bro? Yeah, Salak, let me run through this real quick. Salak. Like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen our captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our Yahweh, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
Woo! Great glory and brightness. You know that's talking about the chariots, man. Ezekiel chapter 1 tells you the glory, and it was likened unto the glory of the Lord, right? The colors, right? Like the rain, the bow and the cloud. You feel me? The bright, didn't it say Yahweh Shah through the spirit of his mouth and the brightness of his coming? What is he coming back with? In a chariot, man. All right? So the neighbors around Zion, all you heathens, especially Esau, going back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, going to see the salvation of our God, man. Our power. All right?
Let me hit 25 real quick. My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Yahweh brought to Zion, man. See, it says shortly. It says shortly our salvation, and then now it goes to say shortly their destruction. It's the same shit, man. Our salvation is your destruction, man.
That's right. Flat out. Straight like that. Boo-hoo. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away, a flock caught of enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children. Cry unto Yahweh, for you shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Salakia. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Right. See, now you're getting the context of why we bring that scripture out right there. All right? Why would you seek him 10 times more? Because of the promises, the comfort. He said, be of good cheer. You're going through this, but Yahweh got you, man. If nobody got you, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah got you, man? All right? We are kings and gods, man. We are coming into our kingdom. Right. All right? Co-heirs with Yahweh Shah, man. All right? Lord willing, we of that elect, man.
What was the brother said, bro?
It's not with the spirit no more.
Yeah. Salaki.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
It's all good. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that give thee that name will comfort thee.
Wait. Look, man, read that again. We're going to do it slow real quick.
Come. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again.
So the joy is everlasting, bro.
With your salvation.
It ain't going to stop. Come. All right? You're going to be in a new body. You're not going to be able to go off.
Right.
All right? Because the Lord's going to be in your heart, which is your mind, which goes on because read Baba Kushah.
Take a good heart, O Jerusalem.
What is heart? All right? It's lab, which is your mind. Take a good mind, O Jerusalem.
For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
All right, so he gave, look, Jerusalem is a people before it was a place, man. All right, what is it in the Lashon HaKodash, the holy tongue? Yerah Shalom, city of peace, man.
Right.
All right, so he gave us.
So you got the devil down over there in the corner trying to explain who we are to one of these goofballs.
Oh, come on, man.
That's just the blind leading the blind. Bro.
Yeah.
It happens often. After a while, when you get one of them biblical scholar niggas that come down this way, because most of them have heard now about the Hebrew Israelites.
Man, they don't know the scriptures, man.
Right. At all. Which is why
he's carnal. He had a knife and he flipped it open, and then he closed it and he put it back in his pocket.
Right. Yeah, because he ain't gonna come over here at all.
Yeah. He's not that stupid, bro.
No. God. This is down to 31. Miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that receiveth thy sons. All right. And that's the it's part of the curses. But hey, those curses fall upon our enemies, man.
That's right, man.
In full effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't show them the whole panoramic view, but this place is sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The streets decrepit. It's all kinds of bug out, man. I was at the store the other day at 7 outside of 7-Eleven. Crackhead nigga came up to me, bro. I was down by Yada's house, so I went and saw Yada yesterday for a little bit. And
yeah, I ain't gonna not Salah. Good.
No, go.
No, I was just because what you just said was profound. Because even the dude in that fucking van that just passed by looked at his friend and then pointed at us. Yo, the fact that the Hebrew Israelites are so famous right now is literally, we at the end of this thing, man.
Right.
Because not only our people, but all nations is knowing who the true children of Israel are, man.
And it pains you. And it pains you, man. Because yes,
look
it
at
is
them.
the niggas.
We getting ready to drive home.
And the wet
They sitting at the bus stop smoking cigarettes trying to stay warm.
Right.
That's the curses flipping.
Yeah, right. Con. We going through a crazy hell, but yet the Most High through His grace was able to give us warm transportation, man.
Con.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of brothers, is able to take care of it.
And not to brag, because we know brothers go through it, but
some brothers might have to take, train, subway,
And
whatever it may be.
Sometimes it's better to travel that way, depending upon where you live.
Come. So
our public transportation system is shitty, to be fair.
Well, you can't get everywhere here.
You can't get everywhere in our city, so you kind of need a whip, even if it's a beater that's all broke down. As long as you got a car, you're good. You really are going to struggle to get around in this town.
you got anything else on that?
Yeah, I got a little bit.
I'm gonna actually probably read Baruch all over again because the way it's hitting right now.
Yeah.
Bro,
I can tell, bro. Lift the spirit, but Baruch is a cold ass book. I love Baruch. One of my favorite ones. Malcolm books is one of brothers brought me to Baruch.
Isn't Baruch the Yiddish for really like Barak, bless?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Go
ahead.
Salat. This is down to 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her for the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. O Jerusalem, look about toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from Yahweh. Lo, thy sons, come whom thou sentest away, they that come gathered from the east to the west, by the word of the Holy One, rejoice in the glory of Yahweh. For Yahweh hath appointed the ever high hill, and banks of the long continuous shall be cast down, and valleys filled up, to make even the ground of Israel may go safely, and go in the glory of Yahweh. More even the wood and every smelling tree shall overshadow Israel by the commandment of Yahweh. By Yahweh shall lead Israel with joy and light of his glory, with the mercy and the righteousness that cometh from him. And that's the end of chapter 4. I just wanted to read this. Like a bam. This is what salvation is, and it's only for Israel. All right, and it's gonna, and for as far as the heathen go, as the scripture refers to you, you're just simply that spittle that falls from the bucket, the drip that is not cared about.
Yeah, yes.
The extras with no lines in the movie.
The extras with no lines, you niggas just here, man.
Right.
All right, you really have the role you playing right now. That's the only sorry role you get.
Yeah, and that's how the Most High set it up, man. All right. I mean, hey, being deprived of your protection from the sun. You know what I mean? The type of videos that be coming out on TikTok on how rich ass Edomite fitness influencers and all types of whatever. These niggas don't take they take one shower a week. I'll go get it.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, yeah, because it's not too cool.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I just was putting that down. Where we at?
If you want to get out, I was going to say you could read it right here if you want.
I'll read whatever. I'll just get you.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, starting at verse 1. The point is in verse 5.
wisdom, age, wisdom, Solomon. Salak, this is wisdom. This is wisdom of Solomon. 8. And I'm gonna just start at 1. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another, mightily and sweetly doeth she or wonder all things. I love her and sought her out from my youth. I despise I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. All right, and basically that wisdom that's been, it's referring to wisdom as a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Sophia.
You know what I'm saying? As that wonderful woman is really who, as a man in this truth, you should be in love with wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Come. Well, King Solomon, what did the Most High do? He said, "Asking me what you will," right?
Come.
And what did King Solomon ask for?
Wisdom, right? So, and that was the blessing he was given, that ultimate wisdom, of discernment,
right. And it pleased the Most High so much that he got all those things added unto him. That a carnal nigga would ask for.
He could, because he could ask for gold, or
he could have asked for his 1,000 women right there.
Let me get 1,000 bitches, but no, he went with wisdom, right? Wisdom being that ultimate, that wonderful woman that brothers should be pursuing, man. All right, so like down to 3, and that she is conversing with Yahweh. She is magnified her nobility. Yea, Yahweh of all things himself loved her. For she is purity, the mysteries of the knowledge of Yahweh, and the lover of his works.
Right. So you're not gonna understand the mysteries unless you have the wisdom.
Right.
Which means you have to be an Israelite to have wisdom, man.
Want to see if it's charging real quick? Salak.
So good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Salak. Yeah.
All right. We all good?
Yep.
If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
You see? So obviously through wisdom the Most High created all of this intricate, you see what I'm saying, life forms and beings and cycles and ecosystems and so on and so forth, man. All right. So if riches is something that is attractive and wanted to be possessive of in this life, how much more than what created all of that shit? You feel me? The materialistic shit. You see?
Right.
Because people are gathering up riches, all right? Your doomsday preppers,
right,
and so on. But we're the real doomsday preppers, all right? We calling us the prophets of doom and gloom. We are
Isaiah 33:6.
Exactly, and that's how we're prepping.
Heaping treasures unto the last days, unto yourself for the last days.
That's right.
We're not gonna get to enjoy
it, right? So we're heaping unto ourselves wisdom, which is richer than gold and silver, man. In the Book of Proverbs, it says a prudent man, all right, foreseeth evil and hideth himself, but the simple go on and are punished, man. Right. All right. So we see evil, therefore we prepare and we hide ourselves under the wings. You see what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and eventually Yahweh Ratazah be in them chariots, man. Because that's the only way you're gonna be able to truly hide yourself from these missiles hitting Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
So I just thought that was big right there, because look, Solomon is Shalamah, right? Which means peaceful, man.
Right.
All right. So the wisdom of peaceful, man. You see? So this knowledge, all right, is peaceful unto us, man. You see what I'm saying? It should give you comfort and peace, all right, by knowing this truth and consistently hoping that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to cover you when Jacob's trouble comes.
Right.
It's
putting you in a peaceable stance with the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Yahweh Shai.
Right. We're going to be better equipped than the men that's not in the truth than us when shit hit the fan. because we have that wisdom of Yahweh Shah, because wisdom of Solomon was Yahweh Shah in the before reincarnation.
Right.
And the only one, wiser than him was Yahweh Shah, because he was, the first spirit created, but that same spirit was in Solomon.
Right.
See? So, that's why those books are so deep. Proverbs, Psalms, Ecclesiasticus, Wisdom of Solomon.
Right.
You see? Because it's able to relate to our daily lives, man. How we interact with not only ourselves, with the Most High, with the brotherhood, but also with your sons and daughters, your women, your family members, your relatives, should I say, so on and so forth, man.
The elder in LA, he calls the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, he calls it the book of manners. Because it show you how to really deal with Akim and how to deal with a lot of certain situations.
You see what I'm saying? And so when people be like, yo, like, how parents used to say, hey, they didn't have a book on how to raise you. I'd be like, nigga,
yes, they did.
You was taking me to church all day, every fucking week, and you gonna tell me, oh, well, there's no book on how to raise a child. Nigga, what the fuck kind of dumb saying is that, son? So why are you a Christian? You see what I'm saying? Well, it don't really into the certain detail or whatever. Listen, there's a spirit of not only discernment, you see what I'm saying, but, looking at things spiritually, man.
Right.
You should know in the spirit, okay, this is the right time for this, or this is the right time for that. I work with, okay, this child is different than this one, so, I might have, come on, man. And it's through the Bible, man.
Right. But he's showing that the Christian church ain't got no answers for you.
Ain't got no answers, and that's why niggas is leaving the Christian church and being Israelites, no matter really what camp. You feel me? They like, nah, like, fuck the church. And that shit been like that really
for quite
since
a while.
The 90s.
Because even the milk, like the apostle said, even the milk that you get from one of the lowest brothers, it blows what you learned your whole life in the church out the water. So as soon as they hear I'm a Hebrew, they like, what the fuck?
Yeah, real talk.
TD Jakes, you never said that shit.
Yeah, I mean, when you go to, listen, they tell you,
didn't tell you. See, TD Fakes didn't read you nothing out of this apocrypha.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the book of Sirach, chapter 2, it tells you. I'll just read it because I'm looking at it right now. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make out haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient. When thou art changed to a low estate, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Right, so we that gold and silver. So look, you got two different doctrines, right? You go to the Christian church, they say, if you accept Jesus Christ, your life is going to get better.
Right.
But when you come to the Israelites on the streets,
you're going to have your money going to come up,
your
credit score going to go up.
Exactly. But when you come to the Israelites on the street, we tell you, yo, you coming to the street, your life's going to get worse, nigga. Right. You're going to go through hell, nigga.
Like, you're gonna be sad
to the emotional nigga, of course they going to choose the better option as far as this life. I want to be happy.
Right.
I'm going to choose the Christian rap.
I'm going to listen to TD Snake.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Tell me everything's all right.
But the real rough, rugged men, the men that really the most out dealing with, the ones that are of unlearned speech and this and that and the third, you feel me? They the ones that's like, man, I've been through so much. I'll go through more for the Lord. Yeah, you know?
How many times?
Fuck it. What's the truth? How am I really gonna get out of here?
Sure
if I can get out.
I'm sure many brothers say this, but me and y'all have been saying it to each other for a while. Like, man, how many times have you died? You know what I'm saying? How many times have you lived and died for some coonery that you're not even aware of? You know what I'm saying? Something you may have, for some brothers, you might have died in Vietnam. For some brothers, you might have died in World War II. For some brothers, you might have died over a bitch, you know what I'm saying? For some brothers, you might have died over an ignorant conflict or whatever, How many times have you perished that you're unaware of for some bullshit? Is it really that difficult to try and, to basically give up the ghost one more time if necessary for this cause? For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. How hard is it? You know what I'm saying? All the things that he gave you realistically, the little tidbits of information, we really, know, we just scratching the surface of the mysteries and the power of Yahweh.
That's right. That's right. He gave us enough sufficient for our salvation, man.
Right.
You feel me? There's no new revelation that's gonna come. You feel me? We got everything. You see what I'm saying? And when I mean that, I mean, you know, the Most High through the Spirit, you know, gave unto the elders, which brought, you know, trickle all the way down. You see what I'm saying? In order for us, see, right now, if you watch, you know, the true elders of all Israel, which all the elders of GMS, they're kind of just going over shit that, you know, learned Israelites already know. You know, there's a lot of 11th hour Israelites that's just coming into this thing, and they need new breakdowns, and they're really getting led astray by false breakdowns from other camps. So they're rebuking those for this and for that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that claim to be fucking with Yahweh Shai, but not. You know, like really taking away or undermining his divinity, man. You know?
Yeah, no, that which is crazy. They've been doing that there's a couple camps I can think of that I know been doing that for a while, and that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. So like, how, bro? You just jumping past the mediator? How? You are at a level where you could just go to the Most High and do Moses like things.
But that's Muslim shit.
There's times for common sense.
That's Muslim shit. Muslims think that they go straight to Allah. Oh, there's no son. Allah has no sons or daughters. You know, like no begotten, no intercessor. We go straight to Allah. You know what I mean?
But even that's a cut. Because what about your little prophet Muhammad?
Yeah, you know.
You see, like,
man.
But see that going back to that logic, man. Like, you know, Jake, if we don't need a savior, then why the fuck? How do we end up here? How do we end up here under Esau and Edom and the rest of the heathen?
Or if we're keeping the law perfectly, why the fuck we in America, man?
Right. Yeah, Connor. Exactly. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
How are we not in Jerusalem? How is there still wars going on? Motherfuckers getting shot every day. So, like, how do we not need a savior? It makes the whole book seem right. You see?
But niggas got pride, man. And pride goes before a fall, man. You feel me? You're so prideful that you think in your mortal ass, black, light-skinned ass, I don't care what color you are, you feel me? Thinking that you could just automatically somehow, but see, that's that indoctrination in school. All it takes is one person, like they try to get you to vote, right?
Right.
One person can change.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Or one person
you can
do this. Man, stop, man. Ain't no one person could do shit. You feel me? Because that one person did it, fulfilled it. Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
So now he's looking for a team. He didn't have no one disciple. He had 12, man.
Right.
The Most High is not setting, you know, one elected 144,000 plus 1/3.
Okay. If you don't mind, brother, I had a step through.
Let's get it.
It was in you know, just to expand on wisdom. It's Ecclesiastes 1, or the Book of Sirach, chapter 1 and 18, and it reads, "For fear of Yahweh, Salakia, the fear of Yahweh is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh." Now
look, in Isaiah, that we bring up our favorite script of sons Yashar, Isaiah 33:6, right? For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, the strength of our salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay. It just said the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, man. So that that fear of the Lord, which is a treasure, which is wisdom and a crown. All right, you set upon your head for people to see. Oh, he the king. All right. Mm-hmm. So the way we move, people should be like, oh, it's a wise brother, man. All right, not acting stupidness and dwelling in folly, man. Right. And this is probably why, Apostle Hall, feel me, had to pull out that little decree, because, like, yo, we supposed to be ambassadors of the Yahweh Shai, man.
Well, we an example, to the nations.
Yeah,
and it enlargeth their rejoicing that love him. Mm-hmm. Wisdom is down to 19. Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalt them to honor that hold her fast.
Mm-hmm. Right. So if you hold on to wisdom, you're going to become a king, real with dominion, with wives, with servants, with lands. You see? So this is why we holding on to this wisdom, is this truth, man. We holding on to it for dear life, right? Fast, man.
Right.
And we pray we don't give it up.
Because like you mentioned earlier, man, it would be the worst, the worst fear that a brother in this faith could have is what you mentioned, like to see the chariots pull up.
Yeah. And really that's a demon jump, because it happened to me. You feel me? I don't know if it was yesterday or today.
Right.
And I was just thinking, I'm like, son, like, and then I had to think of something else because
but
like I just
wanted to read this though, because why do we do what we do? Out of fear.
Yeah.
In all reality. Like, you fear the Most High. I fear the Most. You don't fear no man. I'm not worried about no nigga. You ain't worried about no nigga. Right. But we fear the Lord, which is why we do what we do.
And that's on the right hand side. Let's look on the left hand side, right? Right. The reason why you go to work is because you fear not having something to eat.
Right.
Because you like, yo, I gotta. What wakes you up in the morning? Because that paycheck, right? And that paycheck is what takes you to the store to get some food.
I won't have no roof over my head. My whip gonna be going.
Shit like that. So
I go to jail if I don't pay for my child support.
Fear is a great motivator. That's why these wicked niggas, when I was in prison, it's Issachar, right? Crip dude, but and I was trying to let you Issachar, man, and he was listening. He used to be in the Nation of Islam, whatever. But he was like, yo, the gun, the great equalizer, because he say that, the gun, when you put it, because he used to rob and shit, you put a nigga face, that fear is so great that they'll do anything that, you want them to do. You know what I mean? And I just used to like shake my head, you feel me? Because,
that's
Jake,
carnal,
Jake.
It's so carnal, bro.
That's Esau speaking.
Like, nigga, you trusted in Egypt.
But you made me think of something that I think Apostle Gabar or Tahar might have said, in order to believe in Yahweh, you got to believe that he is, man.
Right.
You see, and you have to believe he is in order to fear him.
Because this is a power,
you know what I'm saying?
That which we believe could just like whoop in the air in your body, gone.
Spontaneously combust.
You spontaneously combust or something.
I'm scared of that.
He turned that bitch to salt. Turned Lot's wife to salt, bro. A pillar of salt. Boom. Like,
well, that's why.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Since you brought that up, bro, because like
our arms ain't long enough,
I've been telling y'all,
arms is not long enough.
Because
we got T-Rex arms, bro.
Because I've been going through the spirit with these, and he was like, yo, he said that, remember Lot's wife, like Yahweh Shah said that. Remember Lot's wife. That's one precept. Remember Lot's wife. Period. Next verse. Right. Yo, so many women is gonna turn back to Babylon, bro. So you bet the women y'all dealing with now, me included, everybody, y'all on the screen.
Right.
You feel me?
Myself, the brothers.
Don't be so attached to these women, man. You listen. Your attachment should be to this wisdom, man.
And the Most High, if you believe truly, the scripture told you already, if you well read, the scripture told you already, you're going to get everything that you had in this life back tenfold. So all them women you left
100-fold.
Right, yeah. And then some. You gotta, what you have to give up here is not even going to be valuable in the kingdom. You're going to get that bitch back, bro. Yeah. And you can put it in the Builder Shorty factory and all of that.
Well, the yoke is light, man.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So, didn't it say, if matter of fact, after you get done, can you bring up
whatever you ask?
Can you make
add 1 cubit
to your stature? Because when you said build, literally, because it made sense.
Right.
If you wanted to, because you can remember, we're gonna be able to like a fucking portal and go to our next little home on another, not dimension, but plane of existence, right? Another planet, whatever, right? Now,
instant transmission.
Yeah, you could. We're gonna be able to, because even Solomon in this life back then was able to manipulate the elements. Right. So we're gonna be able to manipulate, the elements, and our bodies is made up of elements, the celestial. So if we're gonna be able to, let's say, with the stature, imagine a woman, you looking at another nation. You just look right like this, like on Photoshop, and her shit just spread out.
She get them hips.
She like, oh my God. She like, yo, you did this?
You said, yeah. Yo, if you watch that movie, where they gave Jim Carrey godlike powers.
Facts. He did it.
Remember he made Shorty's titties a little bigger?
Yeah. She was like,
I remember that.
Yeah, that's
what
how.
the fuck?
She's like, I don't know what happened.
And God was Morgan Freeman, a black man.
And God was Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman.
with white woolly hair.
What was that movie
see, that was
called? I forget what
Bruce
it was called.
Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. Yeah. Bro, that type of power gonna be.
Yeah, they showing you just a little bit. You get to do, man. They
it was
know
just a little tease.
they know spiritual power coming to us, man. And honestly, bro, now I'm understanding your thought process, Azara, because I was saying the same shit, man. I want the power, man.
Right.
This thing is about power, man. World domination. This is a pre-chariot mindset, man. All right. Like he was saying, I want to bright burn bitches, man. You saying I'm saying?
Right. That's
literally,
right.
son. Like we gonna be sharp threshing instruments, man.
Right.
You feel me? All the shit gonna come. Women gonna come. But fuck the women right now, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
When you destroy her nation's armies, what is she gonna do? She gonna get right there.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta spit no games.
Because
ain't gonna be no games, man.
Yeah, because
you're gonna be pointing.
they attracted to power. You ain't got to point. You just give it a stern look, like on some Medusa. She gonna turn into stone, and not like in the stone, but she gonna just get tight,
get shook.
Yeah,
water
somewhere else like that. You know, you feel me? Before you get,
I got that in Matthew though for you too. To keep it.
Yeah, come on, bring it out real quick.
You want me to start just right there at that verse?
Yeah.
This is Matthew 6:27. Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature?
By taking thought,
you see what I'm saying?
That's
so
power.
Yeah, so he's like, y'all can't do that now. Y'all in mortal bodies, man.
Right.
Remember, we used to be taller to this. We're going back to our original estate.
Right.
We used to, live longer than this, but we would die. So,
which Malcolm often, he puts it this way, like, man, you gonna need so many wives because your rod gonna be in full swing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. That's
your wife,
truth, though.
Your wife ain't even gonna be mad that she got to spend a couple of nights at the at her own crib without seeing you, because you gonna bust it down so fast. She
crazy.
Gonna be thinking about it for the next week. But until you visit her again.
That's right.
And she gonna be like, Master, that was so great, my Lord, my King.
Anything you want.
I've been waiting for you to come back and see me.
Straight up.
It's like, I can get around, but I'm here. That's the kingdom, bro. It's gonna be, that's what we aspiring for. Like, we do preach a lot of doom and gloom, and brace for impact, because shit about to get ugly out here. But at the end of all of it, there is a salvation, and it's only for our people, man. All right, only Israel is gonna come out of this with any type of, that we gonna crawl out whatever hole we gotta crawl out of and get the job done, all through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
It's darkest before dawn.
And Yahweh Ratzazah, we be part of that number, man.
And that's scriptural too. You feel me? Because what does it say? Basically like the sons of the light, right? And how it is, and also in Isaiah that he shall spread the gross darkness,
right?
But something like we at the, I don't know if it's midnight or something about the dark, but the dawn soon come,
right?
Referring to Yahweh Shah being the morning star,
right?
Which basically the brightness of his coming. Because in the morning it's completely dark, but as soon as that sun about to come up,
kind of like,
you see what I'm saying?
Well, you got to think about it. The moon's going to a different part of the earth, and that sun's getting ready to, they're rotating.
Because the sun's going down now; it's dusk. You know what I'm saying? This is the last glimmers of light for the rest of the next 24 hours,
right? So I mean, so like you said, that brace for impact, and I use that, in my video, like you driving, but you about to crash, right? You're pressing the brake, and the car's still sliding sideways or some shit on the ice, right? So you just now you're like, fuck it, you done gave up. I can't do nothing on the steering wheel.
I was trying to take the
exactly, and now your body is naturally tensing up, right?
Right.
So if you could endure hardness like a good soldier. You see what I'm saying? Because why do you think he told us to endure hardness? Because he's telling us to brace for impact, man. You feel me? When you go through boot camp, your sergeant is telling you, I'm helping you brace right now because the impact is war, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we going through, that fire now, but it's going to get turned up. This is the year of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua turning up, man.
They don't scream in your face for as irritating as that shit is.
Yeah.
So that when you get over there to the desert, you're going to do exactly what you need to do.
It's going to be charred in your mind.
Muscle memory.
It's going to be in your mind.
You know what I'm saying? Muscle memory. Why you think, niggas work on their free throws over and over and over? Niggas shoot 10,000 free throws in the NBA. You You know what I'm saying? Before they leave the gym. Or I got to get 10,000 shots up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they know.
That's why you catch that hell.
Yeah.
So you get to a point where you're so used to it,
yeah.
you don't even be getting mad at the same shit
right,
no more.
right.
You know.
So they bracing for impact because they look. Let's say you make it to the playoffs. You don't play as hard as you do then. You know how tired and drawn down your body be playing every other day, hard as possible in the playoffs, from series to series to series, man.
Right.
In basketball,
and if
you know that's an impact on your body, man. That's why so much injuries happen in the playoffs, man.
You know, but that's to harden you, though. You know, like the brother said, to harden you, that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding. Everything is a gift. Because first off, this gift isn't given to niggas. All right, niggas don't have this gift. All right, a nigga can read and maybe understand a little bit, but you gonna fall off eventually. If you continuously growing in this thing, the Lord gave you a gift, man, to try and save your ass. To Lord willing, be one of them brothers sitting in the foxhole while we getting shelled, laughing, or one of them Spartans under the shield as we getting rained on. And we start giggling like, ha ha. We told them niggas we was gonna fight them in the shade, bitches.
And that's the spirit.
And then we pop back.
The Most High provides you that cover. You
bro.
can laugh at the hell. You see what I'm saying?
Put on the full armor, and I was gonna go to that. But did you?
Yeah, I got the set for him. I got the set for him.
I was gonna say the last script if you want, because he gonna bring it out and it.
No, go ahead. We good.
Did you want verse 4?
Yeah, do that.
Also,
bring as many meat as start at verse 1. Fuck it, no, not a thing at all.
This is 2 Timothy 2:1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is Yahushua Mashiach.
We was just talking about the grace, man. All right, the Most High through His blood, all right, was able to help usher in the for the elect that second covenant, which is that the new bodies having the laws in them, all right, and to have a grace period to get ourselves back under the good mercies, you see what I'm saying, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So he said, thy son, right? So this is Paul writing to Timothy, right? But we can use this as Yahweh talking through Yahushua, talking through Paul, talking through Timothy, talking to today to the elect, because his son in the Old Testament is Israel, right? My firstborn son, Israel, right? Good.
Verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also.
Look, read that again, slowly.
Con. This is verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses.
Right. So we've heard. So Timothy was hearing a lot of things of Paul because Paul was what? Teaching out there in the street, prophesying, right? So using that today, right? Let's say Timothy was the understudy of Paul. Right. We the understudies of the elders, right? So there's witnesses of other GMS camps. We learn from other brothers and other elders and this and that and the third, right? Of the other elders, which was, of followers of Yahweh Shai. Right. All right. And we learn from them, their witnesses, because remember the testimony, which is another word for witness, is a testimony, right? Of Yahweh Shai's spirit of prophecy. Right. So the brothers is prophesying. All right. Timothy is hearing from other witnesses that learned from Paul and this and the third. You feel me? So that he can learn. And it said what?
The same commit thou to faithful men.
So the same things we're learning, commit to those that have the faith, man. Only the elect is going to have the faith. You see what I'm saying? Of this truth, man. You know? Get out. Well, doesn't it say in Proverbs, I use this a time to a virtuous woman, what was it? Can thou found a virtuous woman for prices above rubies? If you go back a couple of chapters, it says, can thou found a faithful man? Every man declares his own faithfulness, but can thou found a faithful man? It's hard to find a faithful man in these days, man. You see what I'm saying? There's only going to be 1,444,000 and a righteous 1/3, man. You see what I'm saying? So, and faith is what? Bring it out, Azarah, real quick through memory. What's faith?
The substance of things hoped for and the belief in things not seen.
Not seen. You see what I'm saying?
Well said, bro.
So how many men out there have what he just said, man?
Not many. These niggas is some show me. That's the problem with the general I'll just call them the two Tertians. All right, the ones that are the wicked majority. They don't have that ability.
Right.
They some show me niggas. Hey, Moses,
need to go to Ohio, whatever that show me state is.
We want to see. We want to talk to the Most High ourselves.
I think Missouri.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it's Missouri. Whatever.
Show me niggas. They want to see the money.
But didn't it say that for the Jews seeketh the sign and the Gentiles seeketh wisdom?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas that might be conscious or know they Israel, this and that and the third, they want to, see, give me a sign that we really, Babylon won't be destroyed. I know you know how many niggas don't think the MOTB, man, is coming, you feel me, that know that they're Jews, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
This is going to happen. No matter, that's going to happen.
And see, but they want a big ass sign, and the Most High not finna get off his throne for nobody.
Right. That's
why Yahweh Shai said
Yahweh Shai is the one doing all the
sign of
leg
Jonah,
work,
man. Because what did he do? Through faith, we believe 3 days he was in Sheol,
right,
and he was raised back up and sits at the right hand, waiting for the orders of Yahweh to come and destroy this place. We believe that full wholeheartedly, man. We'll die on that.
Absolutely.
That's right. I'm gonna keep going. All right. Who shall be able to teach others also?
Right. So we're supposed to teach men that will teach others also, man. If somebody coming up here, you see what I'm saying, constantly, and we're like, okay, he's diligent learning and shit, and we're like, bro, you got the milk, now let's get to the meat, you can now go teach others milk, and they can grow into the meat. It's all about growing. You can't be stagnant. Right. If you look back and be like, oh, I only learned, I know the same things that I know this time last year,
right?
Come on, man.
You didn't
stagnant,
grow. You stagnant. Your waters is no good.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what did they teach? You went through some basic training. What did they teach you about like drinking stagnant water?
It's gonna get you sick.
Exactly. Nobody
gets you sick.
And if you find running water, it may not be the cleanest or whatever, but it's
still alive.
Yeah.
And the better chance to drink. You better to drink that than the fucking little puddle that's just been sitting there and not moving.
Exactly. And just think about that reference in your mind when you sitting stagnant, not doing nothing. You're not reading or growing or we understand brothers go through things, whatever. Your internet get knocked out, this pair, something happened to you, whatever. But if you didn't grow at all, you didn't do nothing at all to increase in the Most High. Salah. Nah, we ain't doing that, bro. What did he say?
He said Salah.
I thought he said Salah, Malaikum Salam is what I thought he said.
Look like a Star Wars character, bro.
Yeah,
he did look like
was it an
desert dweller or something, bro?
It looked like Mad Max.
Yeah, I thought he was going.
Was it an Edomite with fake dreads? With the dread? Could you tell? Was it
he had this whole shit.
He had dark hair.
He might have had.
At least he appeared to have dark hair. Could have been one of them. Who knows?
Yeah, but he's on some goofy shit right now anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, I just didn't want to. But hey, if the spirit. Yeah, your discernment could have been up, you feel me, and not even because he could have got off his bike and said some next shit, and we would have been here a whole nother hour trying to be like, come on, bro. So maybe that the father was like, man, just, send him off on his way.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I'm still kind of bugged out off
but he might say, because who comes up and says Salah? Because that's the ending. That means pause in a song.
Yeah.
In a song.
Maybe that's what he was on. I'm not sure quite what he said. He had that mask on,
So he came, he stopped, Salah, pause, and you said continue.
Hey, get your ass on. May peace be with you. Or that.
That's right.
One of the
two. Coming to you.
Right?
Go ahead.
Hey, this is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier for Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Right. So look, he brought that up first, right? The grace of Yahweh Shai, right? Then the witnesses that was teaching, like how Paul was teaching, and that how he learned and how he's supposed to teach faithful men also, right? So he's saying endure hardness. So there's a hardness in coming out here every week, man. In season and out of season. Right. You see what I'm saying? Enduring the elements, enduring the scoffing. You see what I'm saying? Right. So we bring this up because that's part of that race for impact. All right? That bracing yourself is endurance shows that there's some type of resistance. Right. All right? There's something that is going against you, but you're going through it. You're dedicated to continue through it, man. You see what I'm saying? So through the hope, well, we continuously, like, every day, every day we meditate in the law. You know, every other day we making videos. Every week we come in the camp. You know? So with that, we're hoping that Yahweh shall come back swiftly, man.
Right. And what you said made me think also, based off of what you said, when you endure the hardness as a good soldier, it makes you a good example to those that are going to become teachers in the future, like the apostles. You know, like, we don't have an excuse because the apostles never made one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been, hey man, you know, I saw them go out, windstorms, all of that. So, you know, we've been out here in the snow several times.
Ice, whatever.
You know, it's been kind of a dry winter, but it's been winters, but it snowed like every damn day. It was -17 for several days and shit. Brother still made an appearance for a little bit and got on, but I don't know if y'all brothers noticed, like, it made me think too. Them Edomites that were sitting down there, this is their bus, and they're gonna miss it because they got up and took off because he was like, it's too cold, and they went back into the mall, and this is their bus, and now he gonna miss this bus.
Now through the spirit, right?
Right.
Talking to Jake, we can't go back to the world because the environment is not feasible for our emotions.
It just made me think.
The more would have been, you feel me, the world. You feel me? The hell that you're going through would have been the cold, and the bus would have been the chariots, man.
Salvation.
And you would be missing your bus. You would have to wait till the next one.
Because it was the father and the mother slacking with those children.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes.
And they were sitting out here scoffing.
Yeah.
And that makes me think of a Apostle Ramlock video. Hey, this train ain't stopping for nobody.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss your chariot.
That's the biggest, bro. It just made me think, like, man,
Like, hey, hold on, let me grab my J's or what, you know what I'm saying? That chariot going shoot.
What if the Most High has a personal chariot for each elect member, and those chariots go into the fathership, and then you reunion with all of the first.
Right. You like, oh, bro!
In new bodies, that'd be
yeah,
hard,
you know,
bro.
That would be lit.
You know, I mean, you know, I speak as a man, but you know, they say that the angels watch.
You know, you need a lot of new brothers because you ain't gonna recognize they continent.
What's gonna be brothers you only ever seen on
video,
through your
right?
phone screen. Like, oh, I've been watching you,
your
bro.
Facts, yo.
Right, I've been watching you, bro.
I've been watching you.
You be like,
get out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's how it always is when you be the brother. You be like, bro, I'm trying to get like you.
Right.
Nah, dog.
Yeah,
Shit, I'm just trying to live like you.
Last precept to link up with that, Matthew, what is that, 24, endure.
I think it's 24.
And shall be saved. And we gonna close out. You know what I mean? Because, like, that brace for impact, you know, like, how many movies is there, right? Like, they're in a fucking spaceship or on a fucking actual ship on the water, and it's about to crash,
right?
And they telling everybody, brace for impact, and niggas is, you know, going crazy. But then you might got the pilot, and he just over here singing a country song or some shit.
That reminds me of
like,
airborne
I'm about
school.
to die anyway. Why? And everybody behind them bugging out.
They did that on Titanic, probably the most famous. Yeah. Seeing you comes to mind.
And Jake,
hey, that's the spirit. You gotta rehearse.
He's drinking.
You gotta rehearse bracing for impact.
Right.
Because in airborne school, you spend like a whole week and you just fall on the ground.
Yeah.
You just fall on the ground. You got to learn how to take that impact.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's rehearsing these righteous acts,
Hell
man.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's getting that wisdom and knowledge for to be the stability of your time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because the time is gonna be.
I'm telling you, your whole body hurt. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm tired of falling.
Facts.
But you got to get ready for that real impact.
Jacob's trouble gonna be so we can't even fathom. If we can't even fathom the kingdom, you know what I'm saying? Let alone how we going to fathom Jacob's trouble. All we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gave us, the secrets he revealed to his prophets, is that it's a time like never before. That right there is a heavy statement, bro. We talking thousands of years that cannot exist on a magnitude with a small time period of Jacob's trouble.
It's gonna be ridiculous. I got that, Matthew. Matthew 24:13.
Read.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Mm-hmm. Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Right. So that's how you know he's talking about the elect. he that endured to the end, the same not be saved. Paul just told Timothy, endure hardness as a good soldier. So those that is going to endure to the end are soldiers, man. Ezekiel 37 talk about the valley of dry bones. They stood up a great exceeding army, man. The Most High is not having no fucking anybody less than that is not militant, man. All right, in the spirit, man. All right, not carnally. All right, in the spirit. That's like taking up a sword.
It's like what Ox said, man. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, different shapes, sizes, this, that, and the next. And I kind of said something, man, with along the lines of like, you know, Solomon asked for wisdom and gained all those other things, you know, through the Lord loving his decision so much. Man, brothers you're gonna get wisdom, you're gonna get power, you're gonna get women, you know what I'm saying? All that's gonna come. You just gotta complete the mission, man.
And you know, I'm making that's the spirit. Who I keep on bringing Ox's name up, but he said the same shit, and I wrote it down, and I can show you in my phone in my notes for a topic title. Complete the mission. He said the same shit, bro.
I ain't even know
feel
that,
me?
bro.
Nah, real talk.
That's
the
spirit, bro.
You feel me? Complete the mission, man. You know what I mean? You know how bad you feel. Let's say on a video game, right? You had the video game for a year now, right? And it shows you your story or campaign line, and you're only 79% full. You can't beat that boss to get you to at least the 80%. You know, it's only a little bit left.
Right.
You like, man. You know what I mean? It's vexing in the spirit because you want to complete the mission, man.
Right.
You know, you stop playing the game for a while because it's vexing. You know,
you be throwing the controller and shit.
You know, so
fuck this.
You know, so the whole thing is about like in basketball, you can have the nicest, you know, crossover, right? He touched the floor, right? You about to lay it up and you missed the layup. You didn't execute, man.
Right.
You did all that fancy work for nothing, man.
Right.
You know?
Damn, we just did a little finger roll.
Yeah.
You ain't have to do the cup of it, you know, reverse.
You know, Jake, they want to do the Euro step,
all that shit. And you still miss.
You was wide open.
So look, in the spirit, you got all the bitches, you got all the money, you got all the cars, you got all the houses, businesses, stocks, and investments, and you still don't make it and don't get saved through the chariots, man.
Hey, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, lose the soul,
man?
All these niggas all these celebrity niggas, man, all these rappers, you know, like you were saying, bro,
and becoming irrelevant, and they rap songs. Like,
see, here in Babylon, they balling, but pretty soon.
I ain't gonna lie, you know that new shit that what's his face been saying. I find that shit to be look at this nigga leaning down. Let's come around and bring the bus. Goddamn fast. Oh man.
She would have tipped that bitch.
I said it. He would have killed all them niggas and wiped out the trees. Salak, but I forgot what else he was speaking on, but man.
You want to close it out?
Yeah, you know, regardless, you know, just in general, man, you know, like the brother said, we're trying to complete the mission. That's the main goal as it is. You know, for brothers who tune in weekly, for Water, for just tuning in general. We hope this was edifying to you in some fashion or form. And with that being said, we'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Wadash. All right, double honors unto the elders of GMS or the true leaders of Israel, whether you can accept that or not. All right, we'd also like to wish a sincere shalom to all the Akim who are pushing this word in truth, in sincerity, to the four corners and four winds of the earth, as well as the brothers who apply to the prophecy of the speckled bird, for the parable of the speckled bird, Salakia, and as well as the women and children who are listening in silence and subjectively to you. We say Shalom, and Kwam Yasharala, and the
Bakabal. Habatham to the elect, man. Love y'all brothers, man.
Habatham.